Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Bedell, My Stupid Spot. Thank you for purchasing the Valentine's class. I have my cheat sheets here, and these are actually included in your directions. But I know that these boxes can be difficult, so I wanted to show you, the pieces are all cut, but I wanted to show you how to put them all together. Just so that if you ever wanted to make one again, okay? So I'm going to refer to my cheat sheet because, otherwise. So we have an 8.5 inch, and we're cutting to 6 inches. I have petal pink because that's what we're working with, but obviously you can do any color. All right, now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. We are going to score at 3 inches. And we are going to go to 5.5 inches. Then we are going to score at 2 inches and 4 inches. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to cut out the 4 outside pieces. So the best way to do this, and I'm going to turn my cutter this way because it's hard for me to see all the way up there. I'm sorry if this confuses you. Hopefully it doesn't. So I have my 2-inch score line here. My scorer has a little line, so I know where it lines up. And I'm just going to score straight up. Not score, cut. And I'm going to do it down here. And I'm going to move it over. So that was, I said 2-inch, but that was actually the 4-inch score line. So now we're going to go to the 2-inch score line. So I'm lining up on the 2-inch. And I'm going to cut just to this score line. Hopefully you can see these score lines here. And then I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to start at, maybe I'll mark this so you can see what I'm doing here. This is my score line, and this is my score line. And I'm just going to cut that. Then I'm going to rotate it. So this is my score line here, if you can't see it, and this is my score line, and this is my score line, and this is my score line. So I'm going to start over here. Don't start at this one because once you cut this out, it's harder to manipulate it. So this one is at 3 inches. The score line was at 3 inches. Again, I'm going to turn this way just so I can better see, just because the phone, look at what I did there. Pretty aggressive. Don't do that. And then I'm going to come here to this score line and come down. You also could use scissors and hand trim these. Now I'm going to come to 5.5 inches. Which will put me there. And the same thing, hopefully I get this right. Okay, there's our basic shape of our box. Now what you want to do is, and I wrote mark at 2.5 inches. You want to mark at 1 1/4 inches. That's the midpoint. This piece is 2.5 inches. So you want to come in at, and look, I have ragged edges, but hopefully you will not have ragged edges. So I'm going to come in at 1 1/4, and I'm going to just mark it right there with a little tick mark. And the same thing over here. 1 1/4 inches, and I'm just going to mark it with a tick mark. And then you can, on your cutter, line it up. Or what I actually like to do is take the embossing piece and a ruler. Now I have a foam mat here. You can do it on a wood table. Just be careful you don't mark up your table. Or if you have a stamping mat or a silicone mat will work. Any of those will work. And all I'm doing is just going from the tick line to the corner where we've cut away. This is what's going to give us our triangular shape. Like this. And then you want, oh, there is one other thing I should have told you to do. I'm going to tell you to do it now. Make this flat, and you want to score about a 1/2 inch, like this, on both sides. Make it flat, and score a 1/2 inch. Oh, I just cut it. Ha! Okay, let's pretend I didn't just cut that. I'm going to get a piece of tape. Hold on. I could start this video over, but it's good to see the mistakes. Now, honestly, if this happened to you, you could probably tape it as well, because it's going to be on the inside of the box. So I'm just going to score all these, fold all these score lines, like so. And then flip it over. Now, you want to use Stamp and Seal. I just have Seal. It's not strong enough. I would either use white liquid glue, which is very difficult on the last piece. So, I would recommend either double-sided tape, or I would recommend, I guess I didn't fold that good enough, or I would recommend Seal Plus. And then hold this up, and I literally am just going to line up these edges. And the same thing here. Now, actually, I should have folded that out. Like that. We are going to pop this one in first. We're going to line this one in first. Like this. Mine's not holding very good because I didn't use Seal Plus, but you get the idea. Then we want to fill with candy, and I didn't think to bring any candy over, but fill it with candy. Then pop this side in, like this. Then you want to take a hole punch and just punch a little hole at the top here, somewhere in the middle. You want to center it. That, and then you'll decorate the front, add your ribbon. I wanted to show you what I did with this ribbon so that the box can be reused, because they can pull it open like this to get the candy out. And then if you fold the ribbon in half and poke it through the hole like this, and then open it up on the other side and put your tails through the loop, you can reuse the box without destroying it, without completely destroying it. Like so. Okay, so there you go. Thanks again. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back with the other box. Thanks.